Buying a foreclosed home or a home in foreclosure. Hi, my name is Russell Enyart, and today we are going to talk about buying a home that is in the foreclosure process. But first, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment, and we'll be getting more of this kind of content to you in the future. Hello, my name is Russell Enyart, and today we're going to be talking about buying a house in the foreclosure process. But first, I have some downloadable content right here. It's a script for knocking on doors and a letter that you can send in the mail. These are super simple, and the key is we don't want people to lose their homes to the bank. Also, make sure you stay to the end where I'm going to give you the key to success and the things that you really have to worry about when you're talking to people in foreclosure. All right, here we go. We're going to be talking about 3 key things that you need to accomplish to be able to buy a foreclosed home or a foreclosure home successfully. Number 1 is locating the home itself. I highly recommend that you use one of 3 different strategies to find these homes. Number 1, I use Property Radar. Property Radar has fantastic information on both notice of defaults and trustee sales. They're going to be called different things in different states. However, they're going to be a couple of different pre-foreclosure, that is before the property goes back to the bank, pre-foreclosure stages. You're going to want to find a service that offers those. Now, again, I use Property Radar. However, you can also use Property Shark. I heard that is a fantastic service. I'm sure there may be others in your area, or a cheaper route, which you may be able to do, is form a relationship with a title company in your area, and their customer service department should have that data available. Now, I highly recommend that you have a relationship with a title company at some point, so this is a good way to get started. You may want to take them out to lunch, or get a lunch prepared and meet your title company. So again, the number 1, the first thing that you need to be able to do is to locate these properties that are either in the default or sale stage. That is the pre-foreclosure stage. So that's the number 1 step. All right, the second step in the process of buying a foreclosed home is actually contacting the homeowner. There's 2 strategies. Number 1 is knocking on the door. That is by far the most important thing you can do. That is the most effective strategy. Knock on the door. Also, when you knock on the door, you need to come from a place of service. The other way that you can prospect these homeowners is potentially sending them traditional mail. Realize these folks are in a distressed situation and they're afraid of losing their home to the bank. And that should be exactly how you approach this property. Hi, Mr. and Mrs. Homeowner. My name is Russell. I work in foreclosure real estate. I understand the process perfectly. By the way, if you don't understand the process, I have another video on that you can check on my YouTube channel. I understand the process completely, and I am here to make sure that you do not lose your home to the bank. That is it. As a matter of fact, when they're calling the bank says, hey, we're a debt collector and we're here to collect the debt. Anything that you say may and can be used against you, right? So you want to come from a place of service and help them. There's 3 different things that most likely they are able to do. Number 1 is sell. Right? You're going to have to reinstate the loan to buy that loan, buy that property. That's one thing that they can do. Number 2, they should have received loan modification or forbearance information from their lender, which allows them to adjust their loan and potentially stay in the home. And number 3, there may be the possibility of them refinancing, so you're probably going to want to have a really good lender partner that you can offer to them. Now, if you've established trust and you're really trying to help them, oftentimes one of the best things for them to do is sell to you. And that's the situation where you would actually buy the home, and we'll cover that in step 3. The other way that you can prospect these homeowners is potentially sending them traditional mail. You want to make sure that you handwrite all this mail. There's not going to be that many foreclosures in your marketplace. If you're in a county like Los Angeles, obviously you would narrow it down to the cities that make the most sense. You want to send them traditional mail. Again, I have a download for both a script on when you're knocking on the door as well as content for the letter that you would write. It's very, very simple. Please don't lose your house to the bank. Give me a call. I would love to walk you through the process. So that's the number 2 step, is actually contacting the homeowner. They're going to tell you oftentimes that they've got it taken care of. If they have, they should have received a release, right? So that is what I would say. Oh, you've taken care of it? Great. Have you got a release of the notice of default? Then at that point, they understand that you know what you're talking about, and they will oftentimes talk to you. If you just say, oh, great, you have it taken care of, and you let them close the door, chances are they're going to lose that home. I had one just recently where they were going to lose their house a few days before Easter. I had knocked on the door. They told me they had taken care of. I said, did you get a release? They said, what? And then before you know it, we're chatting with them. We actually help those people save their home, and they didn't have to sell it. They were into a forbearance program. So don't just take "I have it taken care of" as a answer. Make sure that you help them. So that's, again, step 2. Step 3, which is closing the deal, right? Very, very important. If you don't have a relationship with a real estate agent that understands the foreclosure process, that you contact me. My contact information is below. I can help you close the deal in the state of California. I also belong to a national association of default professionals, and we can help you close a deal anywhere in the United States. Now, of course, you don't have to use a real estate agent on the purchase side of this transaction. However, I highly encourage you to use a real estate agent on the sell side of the transaction to maximize your return on investment. So why not leverage them on the buy side? Also, as always, none of my videos are meant to be legal advice for real estate, so I highly encourage you to consult with a real estate attorney in each of your states prior to doing any foreclosure purchasing or work yourself. Now, pre-foreclosures oftentimes are less cash intensive than buying the property at the trustee sale, or even oftentimes easier than buying them from the bank. That being the case, you are going to need some cash, and most people either do a line of credit on their own home, borrow from friends and family, or potentially partner with an investor. There are also fix and flip banks out there that will help you buy foreclosure properties. However, they generally look for a track record of about 3 properties prior to getting into business with you. So those first few properties, you're gonna have to bootstrap and figure out how to do on your own. It's really important that you get the contract right and you understand how that foreclosure process works in your state. Again, I don't mind helping you at all. If you'd like an appointment with me, please click down below and you can get on my calendar and we can walk through the foreclosure process in your state. Now, that is, again, the third and most important thing when you're doing these deals, is to make sure that you can close the deal, you understand the contract, get with the title company, and actually complete the transaction. So for review, there are 3 key steps to buying foreclosure real estate. Number 1 is actually finding the real estate. Number 2 is knocking on the doors or sending mail, which is contacting that person that has got that property in the foreclosure process. And then number 3 is closing the deal, and there's a number of ways to get there. And now, the very important secret that I'm going to share with you. All right, and the secret is this, right? The key to buying these properties is paying the right price. You need to pay a price that's both fair for the seller and allows you the right amount of profit for the amount of work that you're going to put in. So you're going to take your after renovation value, your ARV, what you think you can sell this property for after you fix it up. You're going to subtract from that all commissions and closing costs. Again, key to have that relationship with a real estate agent and a title company to understand what those are. You're going to subtract your carrying costs. How much did your money cost you during the period of time that you were doing this renovation and sale of this foreclosure property? Number 3, how much profit are you looking to make for that 4 to 6 months based on your investment? And then, of course, most importantly, you need to understand what it's going to cost for flooring and windows and countertops and all of those things that go into fixing up a property, and come up with a net number that's both fair for the seller and gives them some money on their equity, and then leaves enough equity for you to make a profit on the property. I'm more than willing to walk you through that, and I can help you with that whole process. My name is Russell Enyart. I'm a broker associate from Northern California. Also, make sure to like, share, and subscribe, like we mentioned before, for any future content that we may have coming out. If you found value in today's content, please click one of these boxes for related content that we've produced previously. Again, my name is Russell Enyart. I'm a broker associate from Northern California. And until next time, we'll catch you later.